This is a Toyota head bolt. It comes from a 2GR-FE V6, and it's similar to a lot of head bolts from a lot of other Toyota engines. They all have a 12-point female head. I'm making this video because there is some confusion about what tool you should use to fasten or unfasten these head bolts. One option is the TripleSquare. This is a cheap tool available at most parts stores, and it fits right into this bolt. It has 12 points, so it fits right into this bolt, provided that it's the right size. And this is a more expensive tool. It's a bi-hexagon, and it also fits. It has 12 points, and it fits the head of this bolt. In this video, I'm going to show you which one of these two is the correct tool to use and why you should absolutely not use the incorrect tool. So first, let's refer to the Toyota Factory Service Manual.
The Toyota Factory Service Manual is very clear in its instruction to use a bi-hexagon wrench to install the head bolts. For example, right here in the section on installing the cylinder head, use a 10mm bi-hexagon wrench. And also here in the section on removing the cylinder head, it states to use a 10mm bi-hexagon wrench. It does not say to use a TripleSquare.
Now, a lot of people will tell you that you can disregard that and just use a TripleSquare instead. So let's look at why the TripleSquare is incorrect and why you should always use a bi-hexagon.
Let's look at how we make a bi-hexagon. We start with a circle. Inside this circle, we draw a hexagon. Then we draw a second hexagon. This figure has 12 points. The points are separated by 30 degrees, one from the next. The included angle of each point is 120 degrees. Now let's look at how we make a TripleSquare. We start with the same circle. We draw a square that fits inside the circle. We draw a second square rotated by 30 degrees. And we draw a third square rotated by another 30 degrees. So now we have a figure that has 12 points separated by 30 degrees. And for this figure, the included angle for each point is 90 degrees. Next, let's compare the TripleSquare with the bi-hexagon. So let's put the bi-hexagon and the TripleSquare side by side. On the left is the bi-hexagon, on the right is the TripleSquare. We can see some differences between these two shapes. The main difference is that the included angle for each of the points is 120 degrees for the bi-hexagon, and it's only 90 degrees for the TripleSquare. So now let's see what it looks like if we put the two figures right on top of each other. We have put the TripleSquare on top of the bi-hexagon. The TripleSquare does fit inside the bi-hexagon, but the bi-hexagon would never fit inside a TripleSquare. Because of the difference in the angles of the points, the contact between the TripleSquare and the bi-hexagon is limited to the points, and there is no contact on the sides of the bi-hexagon with the triple square. So let's look a little bit more closely at what happens if we put a triple square inside a bi-hexagon bolt. The stress will be concentrated at the points where the triple square meets the bi-hexagon point, and there will be no load on the sides of the bi-hexagon bolt. So all the stress of turning the bolts will be concentrated at these points instead of being spread along the entire area of the bi-hexagon. And in this situation, there is a risk of one of two things happening. Either you will strip the bi-hexagon bolt, and this happens to people all the time, or if you have bought a cheap triple square tool, you'll simply break it because the stress concentration is more than this typically cast piece can handle.
So in conclusion, triple square, don't use it. Use the bi-hexagon. If you decide to go with the triple square for some reason, do so at your own risk, and don't come crying to me if you strip the head of this bolt in the engine.